Here's Brody, Patrico, and Jeremy on the Lou Information Station.
AEW All Out and Wrestlepalooza are both happening today. And we're going to preview, give our predictions, all and more today on Wrestling on the Spectrum.
Brody, thank you very much. And I am so excited. It is pretty ridiculous that there are two premium events today. Like, did they not know we only have an hour to talk about this?
I know, right?
It's pretty incredible, but we'll dive into that in just 1 second. Thank you guys for tuning in to Wrestling on the Spectrum. My name is Tony Patrico. That's Patrico, baby. And you may have already noticed if you are tuning in to the YouTube at LouInfo.com. JC out again today, but no worries. Flying Ryan Swingler in the building. Ryan, how are you today?
I'm good. I did the East St. Louis Flyers football game last night. That was a interesting game. Somewhat East St. Louis beat them by like 50, 60 points. But
it was unbelievable.
Yeah,
it was against Alton, right?
Yeah, it was Alton. But the thing is, Alton did good yesterday. It was a win for them. They got their first touchdown on East St. Louis for the first time in like 12 years.
Wow.
So
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
that's a win for them.
At this point, are local schools, when they see East St. Louis on their schedule, do they just go, oh boy, we're in trouble?
I call out, because I went to SLU at St. Mary, so I call out every MCC school and every St. Louis metro area school for not wanting to play East St. Louis. They don't want to play them unless they're in their conference.
What has CBC played?
Yeah,
East
they
St.
played
Louis?
them in 2022, 2023, both losses, so that game kind of got knocked off the schedule. But did you watch CBC DeSmet last night on TV?
I did not.
I did. I watched CBC DeSmet last night on TV. It was phenomenal. Great win, 56-13 on Matrix Midwest.
Love it.
That was a blast.
Love it. You got two CBC boys over here, so be nice to us, okay? Okay, Ryan?
Nice.
Yeah.
I did want to mention, and if you guys are following us on our socials, I did want to mention that there was something that was absolutely incredible that happened the past couple of days, and I don't think many people noticed. And what I'm talking about is the man sitting next to my right, Brody the Brain Herman, blew my mind, Ryan. I mean, you want to talk about impressive? This is impressive. And what I'm talking about is you were hanging out. Now explain, where were you guys and how did this come to be?
Okay, it was Browder Crouppen offices, and of course, my dad's law partner, Andy Crouppen. I appreciate the shout out on the show because he does listen. And then he's like, you can, can you count the 50-second card? Can you name the 50-second card in a card deck after I lay out 51? And I'm like, okay, sure, I can do this, right? I didn't on the first time, got the suit right, but didn't get the number. So I was off by a little bit. Did the second time, and on an off chance, I can't believe I pulled it off. It was on videotape. It's on our social media. Can you name the 50-second card?
Ryan, I mean,
got the number and suit right.
He takes a deck of cards and he literally goes, all right, Brody, here we go. And it's not like he does it super slow. I mean, he does it pretty quick.
It was in 2 minutes.
It's a flip, all 51 cards. Then goes, all right, what's the last card? And he goes, boom, nailed it.
You know what's crazy?
Unbelievable.
I texted Brody right on Instagram before like we started the show because I was about to text him about the title, and I saw the video and I was like, man, I gotta watch this before, but then I had to put in the title, so I gotta watch it.
It's absolutely incredible, and the thing about it is like you can see in the video. There's a couple different times where if you see Brody in the background as the cards are being flipped, you can see him working things out in his head, and I find it just so fascinating that you do the same thing when it comes to wrestling as well. And that leads us directly into, because we've got so much to cover, AEW All Out happening today.
Yes, and we could, of course, kick off the first match. Adam Copeland, he was known in WWE as Edge, and Christian Cage are going to face FTR, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, the best tag team in AEW. They're going to be accompanied by Stokely Hathaway, their heel manager. I do think Edge and Christian will win this match. If they don't, it'll be a massive mistake. They need to win in their home country of Canada. They need to win in Toronto. And I think this is going to be a big win to kick off Adam Copeland and Christian Cage's return in AEW. I think this is a great decision by Tony Khan. Like I've said, I'm just ashamed that the tag belts are not on the line in this match.
Now, here's my question for you. And I've been seeing, obviously, like my go-to is I go online and I go, what are these people talking about? Because for me, I want every type of opinion coming in. Mm-hmm. And I'm reading things that people are saying, we deserve the swerve. And I think, could we see either Cope turn on Christian or Christian turn on Cope in their hometown during this match?
No, I know.
You think the build-up's too strong?
No, it's too strong. You got to have the moment. The balloons and the confetti come down. They get their home Canada welcome. They've reunited again. And I mean, to be honest, this match, they should give all their greatest hits, their classic hits FTR is great at selling, bumping, and they're just going to be great on and just give Adam Copeland and Christian Cage all the offense they want. Their classic hits. They're going to be all into this match. FTR is such a great tag team. They can recover from anything. They're the best tag team in professional wrestling.
Easily.
I think this is just going to be a fun match for the fans to watch. They love Christian and Edge, and this is why they're big stars having a match like this.
Do you think that this is just the start of this tag team in AEW? You think we're going to see a
they
long
go
run
after
here?
The tag belts.
You think
we want to see them win the tag belts. Don't you want to see it, guys? We want to see Edge and Christian win the tag belts.
Yes,
one
I
more
do.
time.
But we talk about it like, yes, I do want to see that. But at the same time, I'm a realist here, and they're not young.
No.
Are they able to be the tag team champs?
You build up a young tag team. You could even turn them heel, and I think they can be talented heels. I think they would be
great heels.
Yeah,
that's what I would want.
Aging veterans. You build up a young babyface tag team to beat them for the belts. You have that moment at like Wembley next year. I think you can do something there. I really do. Elevate the tag team division. You have to be in wrestling. You have to elevate. You need to elevate young stars and have veterans put over young stars. That's how it works.
I agree. I think seeing them with a heel run would really, really be entertaining. Because, again, anything that age may limit them in doing, I think they make up for easily
on the mic
in promo skills and things that they can do, not inside of the ring. So it'll be interesting to see where they go. I think a loss here really hurts them.
Yeah, I do. I think
really
a loss hurts them.
them.
And of course, we dive into the trios match, the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP versus Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. Boy, they caused me a lot of agony. Bishop Khan and Toa Leone. Did you see Ricochet? He beat Shelton Benjamin on television and did this weird thing where they fought over golden scissors and just totally buried the referee. And it's just, this build up to this match.
I want to get right into it. Ricochet for you in AEW or even in WWE as well. What are your thoughts on Ricochet?
Ricochet's been a huge flop in AEW. Disappointing. He's been relegated just like he was in WWE. Just another mid-card guy.
Yeah.
He's just like every other wrestler. And I pitched this. I think what you should have done was he should have won on his first night in. They didn't do that. And they should have him in it like his Prince Puma character in Lucha Underground. Put him in a full suit. Put him in a mask.
Yeah.
Have him as a superhero. Babyface, he's super over with all the athletic moves. And this heel thing just doesn't work. I don't like the golden scissors. It's silly. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just
before Ring of Honor had a relationship with AEW, before AEW was even around, I went to a WrestleMania and I went to a Ring of Honor super show, a super card, and Ricochet was there. Not as Ricochet, but he was there. I think he might have still been Prince Puma or whatnot. But just let the man wrestle. Just let him do awesome things. Like, I think that how they're pigeonholing Ricochet is they are taking him and trying to build him a personality. When just let him go out there and wrestle.
Have one.
Let him go out there and do 500 flips. Let him do all kinds of crazy stuff. And I think that's where he shines the most.
How many groups and stables has Ricochet been in since he's gotten in AEW?
A bunch, like at least 3, right?
At least 3. I
at
can't
least
keep
3.
track of them. Can somebody out there keep track of them? I can't.
But let me tell you this. The one thing about Ricochet that I absolutely love is the bald head slap. I think that is, to me, such a shtick move in wrestling. The, almost the licking of the fingers and then slapping the head. It's just a big bully move. And the fact that everybody does it to Ricochet just has me in tears every single time. So who wins this? Who do you think walks away with this?
I think the Hurt Syndicate wins easily, and it's not even going to be a question. Hurt Syndicate wins.
I am starting to really fall in love with the MVP.
Oh, he's great, isn't he? Don't you love the Kane? The Kane's the best part.
He is so awesome.
He's great.
I don't know why I haven't given him his flowers sooner, because he is great on the mic, and I think that's also another guy that knows his limitations.
Yes,
exactly.
He knows what he can and cannot do physically, and he has found the sweet spot how to do both of those things.
My second favorite manager in all of wrestling, MVP behind Paul Heyman. Yeah. And we're going to go on to the next match, Mercedes Moné versus Riho. Mercedes Moné will win this match pretty easily. Won't be very long. She'll keep all of her belts or whatever.
I was going to say, she lost any of those yet or no?
No, just keep all the belts. She'll win this match easily, and I think we're all in agreement on that, and we can move on to the next match.
Hey, do we want to debut our new thing?
Yeah, so why don't we just hit the bell? We're all in agreement. Mercedes Moné wins the match, and we'll move on. I want to go to the 4-way match for the Women's Championship. Timeless Toni Storm defends against Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Takela. I think Storm retains. I don't think they changed the belts here in a fatal 4-way match.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wrestlers they've slotted into this match. I think Storm wins. It's just kind of like we're slotting in a bunch of, you don't really need it. I wish there was a real issue between any of these wrestlers, but it just feels like another match where they're slotting everybody in. It's really a shame.
What are your thoughts on the I guess you can call it the hardcore match that Timeless Tony Storm had with how do you say her name? Is it
Becla?
Yeah.
Kella?
What are your thoughts on that?
It was fine.
I like it. And again, I'm usually the one to push back on you a little bit by saying like, oh, I like the fact that sometimes match don't have rules. Sure. But like when we're using a staple gun on private parts, like I think we're getting a little silly here.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And it doesn't matter what the promotion is. I think, that there, now we're talking about criminal assault.
Yeah, it's just because we're doing it. And speaking of matches with no rules, we have a 4-way ladder match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Guys, what are we doing here? AEW, come on. Brody King and Bandito defend against the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey, and versus the Don Callis family of Echechero and Josh Alexander. By the way, Brodito will retain the belts because they've only had him for like a month. And it's just like, let's just slot all the tag teams that don't have other matches in a ladder match and have them go for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. This is silliness.
I don't think this is an AEW problem though. I think this is a tag team champion. This is a tag team championship.
Didn't they just do this in WWE?
Yeah, they did. It was even worse. It was way more tag teams.
That is my point. Is the fact that they don't know what to do with the tag division, and they for whatever reason, it doesn't matter if it's TNA, ROH, if it's AEW, if it's WWE, they don't know how to present the tag team belts.
No.
So what they do is they go, hey, all these tag teams, we're going to put you all with this stipulation and you're going to all get your spots and get your moments and then you're going to win. And sometimes, like I said, every once in a great while, that's awesome. But when we're getting this every single pay-per-view, every premium event, we're seeing an 8-way tag match, a 6-way Ring on Fire tag match. Like I do miss every once in a while, old school tag team wrestling.
Yes.
The hot tag. I miss that. The tag team finishers. I miss those. You don't get much of that in these types of matches. But at the same time, you do get the opportunity to now have 8 different wrestlers shine and get an opportunity to be on the big stage. So, but you think that Brodito's going to walk away?
Yeah,
I do as well.
Why would they change the belts?
I do as well. I think that's going to happen.
There's no point. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a match. Eddie Kingston has returned to AEW, folks, after his torn ACL, and his opponent is Big Bill.
There
you go.
At the same time, though, yes, it's nice to have Eddie Kingston on the card, but who are you going to put him in there with? I mean, he doesn't have a storyline right now. So.
He doesn't, but he'll win over Big Bill because why would he lose his return match? That doesn't make any sense. No, Eddie Kingston will win in his return match.
Do you like
against
Eddie Kingston?
Big Bill. I love Eddie Kingston. I met Eddie Kingston at a Glory Pro show a few years ago. I think he's great. Wrestling needs more characters like Eddie Kingston. Only in wrestling you get guys like Eddie Kingston.
Well, to be honest with you, you say wrestling needs more characters like Eddie Kingston, but I think Eddie Kingston is one of the few people who is Eddie Kingston in the wrestling ring. I think Eddie Kingston is who he is. Like, I don't think that is a character.
I'm lamenting more on his authenticity. I feel like he's a very authentic guy.
Absolutely. He's one of the nicest guys ever. And again, I always like Eddie Kingston because I look at him and I go, I think I could do this.
He's like every New York car mechanic you could possibly
I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, he's not, he's got shoulders
jacked.
on shoulders on his neck. He looks like a guy that I just met down the street at Hot Shots. And then he goes, hey, I think I'm going to go wrestle. And you're like, all right, cool. Big Bill's out there waiting for you.
Yeah,
so you think Kingston walks away as the winner in this one?
This match. And then we were going to get to the upper part of the card, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley in a coffin match. Ooh. No less, no disqualification, no count out, no rules. Ooh. It's going to be all out to the wall. A normal Jon Moxley match, folks. No surprises here. We're going to see blood. We're going to see a lot of it. I have no doubt in my mind. And I think hopefully Darby Allin wins and can put Jon Moxley in a coffin, which would be nothing better. And hopefully this could be the death of the Death Riders. The only problem is they just put Daniel Garcia and the Death Riders with Wheeler Yuta. That was ridiculous.
Now, here's my question when it comes to this coffin match. And we saw a little bit of a tease where Darby Allin was talking to Sting.
Sure.
Do we see Sting today?
I would love Sting to be involved in this and just put Jon Moxley in a coffin and put all the members of the Death Riders in a coffin and just have them off of TV for a while so we don't have to watch any more Death Riders, which would just be excellent.
Now, I've seen multiple times during a coffin match, at some point, the coffin opens and there's a wrestler inside. Oh my God, he's here. I think that's where, if there's an opportunity that we see Sting, I think it's there.
Sure. I just open it up, Sting pops out, and hopefully the Death Riders can just go away. Would be phenomenal.
Do you think that there's, I mean, I'm going to say this, and I think I already know the answer, but is there outside interference here?
Oh, there will be outside interference by 1,000,000 miles per hour. And not only that, it'll go home. There'll just be a lot of interference. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can chime in on the texter on the YouTube channel. All you have to do is go to luinfo.com. Again, that's luinfo.com. You click watch live. The YouTube channel pulls up. You can see our beautiful face. Myself, Brody, and Ryan hanging out with you on this Saturday, previewing AEW All Out. We will get to WWE's Wrestlepalooza here in a second. Here's a great question. And I love these types of questions. Okay. And this comes from Sam in the YouTube chat. Who gets back into a major wrestling promotion first, Marty Scurll or Velveteen Dream?
I don't know why any major promotion would want either of those two wrestlers. I would say neither anytime soon.
Yeah,
neither anytime soon. Marty Scurll maybe WWE, but I doubt it. And of course, the two matches that we have here, tables and tacks match, Mark Briscoe versus MJF. I would love to see Mark Briscoe get a win here on pay-per-view, but MJF has to fall victim of a loss. And I would love to see Mark Briscoe get the win, but I think MJF does win because they may have long-term plans for MJF. He's still got that contract, and MJF will probably win, but I would like Mark Briscoe to get a win here on pay-per-view. It'll be a very good match.
What's the difference? What is the difference between a hardcore match and a tables and tacks match?
Nothing.
Except
Zero.
for there's just more tables and more tacks. There's just
more tables, no tax, no disqualification, no count out, lazy booking, folks, repetitive. You're going to notice a theme and tread throughout this card, folks. A lot of matches with no rules, and this is one of those examples.
But isn't that a good thing that they give? This is the alternative to your WWE, where they stay to tend a little bit more traditional when it comes to wrestling, even though we've discussed before, they have just as many, if not more sometimes, when rules seem to go out the window. But this is, like we've always said, there's enough wrestling for everybody out there.
Sure.
And I think this is a good alternative for people that are like, I think WWE is cookie cutter. I think it is the Mickey Mouse machine. There's not enough, extremeness for me.
You won't see a staple gun in WWE. I promise you that.
And they won't be stapling where they were stapling in WWE.
No, I promise you that. They're not doing
sir.
that. I promise you that. You won't be seeing that in WWE. And of course, what we have, gentlemen, the main event. No, we got two more matches. We got Kazuchika
it's like 30
Okada,
cards on this match.
Konosuke Takeshita, and Mascara Dorada. Three-way match for the AEW Unified Championship. So, boy, they're really trying to up the partnership with CMLL and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I was thinking that same thing.
They got to appease the masters. Okada will retain, obviously, because Tony Khan's invested so much money in him. Why would he take the belt off of him now? I don't get why Dorada's in this match. It's another added addition to appease CMLL, and Takeshita, I think he's probably the best wrestler in this match, to be quite honest with you. I love Konosuke Takeshita. He's great. I don't know why they haven't done more with him, and I think Okada retains here.
Brody, help me out here. What's the difference between the AEW World Championship and the AEW Unified Championship?
The Unified Championship is their version of the Intercontinental Championship. Okay. It's just the second belt leading up to the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
Awesome. Okay, because listen, I told you before, too many belts. I get confused on which is which. What's the main title? The fact that there's like all of a sudden now you're getting those wrestlers, the TNA wrestlers are winning NXT belts. NXT wrestlers are winning TNA belts. They're showing up. Dom Mysterio, AAA champion, he shows up in WWE with these belts. So it gets very confused. I mean, Mercedes,
I love it, but it's weird.
Mercedes Moné, I think she has 422 belts. She had to hire like a staff of 18 people to carry the belts for her.
I guess, yeah.
It's absolutely wild. It's wild. So this is essentially the secondary title, the Intercontinental title for AEW is this match. Who wins? Who walks away with the belt?
Okada will retain because Tony Khan's invested so much in him. And ladies and gentlemen, the main event, the singles match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. If any member of the Don Callis family interferes, Kyle Fletcher will be disqualified and stripped of the AEW TNT Championship. Can anybody name all the members of the Don Callis family? Because I certainly struggle because it changes week to week.
I was going to say, there's somebody new and somebody different there pretty much every single week.
Every week. Oh, wait, and here it is. Hangman Adam Page, the champion, defending against Kyle Fletcher. Page will retain the belt because Tony's not taking the belt off of him at this point. This is the main event of AEW All Out. I believe in Kyle Fletcher. His physique is greatly improved this year. He's improving as a wrestler. It's a guy you build around for the future of AEW. This main event just doesn't have a lot of steam. We'll talk about this on Wrestlepalooza too. This main event does not have a lot of steam. To me, it doesn't have any momentum at all.
Thrown together.
Just thrown together. I know Strickland and Ospreay are injured right now. MJF and Mark Briscoe are in a tables and tacks match. It's just a main event, guys. Paige will retain. The belt is safe with Paige, but this isn't just a main event that I'm excited about. I don't know. How about you guys? Are you excited about this?
I mean,
No,
not
sir.
really. Not really. And this is one of those things where, will I watch the highlights of this match? More than likely, yes. But am I going to go and sit in front of the television and watch this match from start to finish? No. But my question is to you, Brody. Let's go ahead and put your booking hat on here for a second.
Absolutely.
Out of the active wrestlers, and I don't care if they're scheduled for a different match in this card, but wrestlers that are able to compete today, who would you rather see in the spot where Kyle Fletcher sits today?
Here's what I would have done, and I hope they do this at WrestleDream. Tony Khan, if you're listening, I hope you do this at WrestleDream. You should have done a three-way match. I know another multi-man match, but it's Paige, Briscoe, and MJF. That would have gotten me more excited about this match if you would have done Mark Briscoe and MJF and Hangman Adam Page than just to throw in a young wrestler that you think is somebody and just throw him out there, have him lose when he's our AEW TNT champion is going to lose on pay-per-view. How does that make any sense? But they're going to do it.
This is just for the AEW World Championship, right?
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher's belt is not on the line.
No, it's not.
Only if the Don Callis family interferes, then it's not like Paige wins the belt. They just strip it from Fletcher,
They just strip it from Fletcher, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what, to me,
So
that
why even interfere?
that sounds like a silly stipulation. You know?
It sounds like, just don't interfere.
Because here's why WWE did it where the Vision couldn't interfere in the fatal four-way last. It's all reactionary because it's wrestling, and you just have to. It's all reactionary. That's what they do. It's all reactionary booking. Oh, they did it here. Let's see if we can do it better here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that's going to be a theme throughout the show. AEW and WWE are going after each other's jugular, guys. It's a full-out competition.
It's a battle.
It's a battle.
It is. And I think like they're definitely going after each other because we're seeing reports online. I know I saw online that there's like secret code words for how they refer to Tony Khan in WWE behind the stage and all this stuff. So like as much as I constantly hear folks from the WWE and diehard WWE fans saying it's not even a competition. They exist. We are way.
Why would you put your show on September 20th? Why would you want to try to? If they didn't exist, why would it matter?
Point.
Like
that's
I don't get
my point. And I think that there is a very strong possibility that you are going to see, and this is crazy. And this may be one of those big bold predictions, but I think AEW is going to get a lot of steam, and the reason is because I think that while it's being easier to access WWE programming by going to ESPN, they are also turning a lot of people off with this.
Sure.
I am seeing online that there's a lot of people
that are like, the ticket price is raising.
Thank you. They're going, I got to pay an additional $30 a month to get this show, to get ESPN Unlimited, where I'm not going to watch any of it except for the PLEs. That's me spending $30 a month on a PLE.
And I'm really confused because I have Disney Plus, I have Hulu and all that stuff. Do I have to like?
Yeah, you got to get
the ESPN app, and you got to subscribe to Unlimited for ESPN Plus to watch
There's
the
no
PLEs.
reason for me to watch it.
I just did that. I just did that yesterday. I extended my bundle or whatever it was because I was under the impression that if I had, Spectrum or YouTube TV, I can then go to ESPN and there's Wrestlepalooza.
No,
that's not the case.
No.
If you have Direct TV, you get that included. ESPN Unlimited is included, but it's just so confusing on where to watch this. So if somebody wants to watch AEW All Out today, what time, where can they watch
this
it?
is going to get more confusing, guys. It's going to be on HBO Max. You can go to Amazon Prime, and you can get. Oh, and by the way, for this pay-per-view, you're going to have to pay $49.99.
So wait, if I have
Prime
HBO
or
Max,
HBO, I have to pay again.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay. I looked this up. It's going to be
$49.99.
Oh, they're going to make you pay.
It's insane.
And this is again, this is the business side of it. We're going to make pay. We don't want to act like we're a discount wrestling promotion. So now we're going to make you pay $49.99 for this.
Yeah, instead of just saying, "Hey, we're on HBO Max, stream it for free."
Hey, we're on HBO Max. Let's make it $15 because we're not as big as WWE. Let's just be smart.
And this is how they can win fans over.
Exactly.
Because right now WWE is making people pay an additional $30 a month to stream all their premium events. If you're AEW and you go, our stuff is out there for free, including our premium live events for free, then you get people maybe like me that go, oh, I don't have to spend the $30 and I can watch it for free. I'm going to tune into this.
But that's not their mindset.
Yeah. Or think about me who just graduated from college and is like, hey, I'm just working. I have $15 and I don't want to spend $50 on a pay-per-view. I could just buy some food instead and watch AEW for free on HBO Max that my mom pays for.
Absolutely. So this show, again, 2:00 St. Louis time?
Yeah, 2:00 Central Time. Wrestlepalooza, 6:00 Central Time. And how close are we to the break, Ryan?
Right, we're gonna hit a break
Now,
right
we're
now,
gonna hit
baby.
a break right now. When we come back, we're gonna talk and preview and give our predictions for Wrestlepalooza. We're gonna kick off Brock Lesnar John Cena because that's what's gonna kick off the PLE.
And we will be right back on Wrestling on the Spectrum. Again, check us out. You can watch the show on YouTube at luinfo.com.
This hour of content on the Lou Information.
And flying. Ryan Swingler, thanks for joining us again, Ryan. We appreciate you stepping up. And when JC is out, you do just a fantastic job filling in, so we appreciate it. But I know online, I had somebody reach out to me and say, hey, we know a lot about Brody's knowledge in wrestling. We know some of your likes and dislikes. I want to do a quick little lightning round. This is not like a quiz, so you don't have to worry about getting it right or wrong. But I'm just going to say, you basically fill in the blank. Okay.
All right.
Got you. Brody, we'll go with you first. My favorite current professional wrestler is
Gunther.
Ryan?
Braun Breaker.
Okay. Okay. My all-time favorite wrestler is
Ric Flair.
I know.
Randy Orton.
Okay.
Answer.
All right.
Good answer,
Little hometown love there. I like that.
Went to my mom's high school. Had to say him.
I like that. All right. Okay, Brody. The best wrestling theme song is
The Undertaker's.
Ooh, see, I think that's a controversial pick, but I think that's a very popular pick.
Okay.
And the reason I think it's controversial is because I don't necessarily, in my brain, you say to me like, hey, what's the greatest theme ever? that doesn't come to my mind. And the reason being is because it's not a song.
It's not a song, but it's an entrance. When you hear
100%.
the gong, you know it's the Undertaker.
That's iconic.
I'm not saying that you're wrong at all,
Right.
because I'm just saying that is one that never comes to my mind, because I immediately go, what song, what music, what song? Ryan, what about you?
It changes literally every week.
Yeah.
It just, I'm gonna say like 3. I like Chavo Guerrero's for
I
some
love
reason.
his song.
Yep.
This Fire Burns.
Yes,
Great.
of course.
And Burning My Light.
Oh, those
Okay.
are great.
I
I
like
like
all
great
of those.
answers.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a sleeper.
Sure.
Test.
Oh.
His theme song.
Yes.
And
is
Zack
incredible.
Ryder's. My bad.
Zack
Zack Ryder's. I
Ryder's.
love Zack
Woo,
Ryder's.
woo.
Oh,
Love that. I'll give you another sleeper of one that I absolutely love. And I think it's just because it's so powerful and just for that time it worked. I loved the Nation of Domination theme.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
song.
I love the chants at the beginning.
We
you know,
are the nation
Of
of domination.
domination.
Yeah.
boom. And that, dude, it was just something that, like, every time it absolutely just made me so happy. Okay, Brody, what's your favorite premium event?
Of the year, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Ryan, what about you?
Has to be WrestleMania.
Has
No,
to be
it doesn't
WrestleMania.
have to be
Uh,
WrestleMania.
Okay, so I like SummerSlam too.
SummerSlam's a good one too.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble,
Royal
baby.
Rumble's up
Royal
there.
Rumble to me, because Royal
Oh
Rumble,
yeah, because of the
It kicks off the year.
it kicks off the year, and Royal Rumble to me because I think the Royal Rumble allows non-wrestling fans to get into it for one night.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
of all the pools and all the betting and things like
Yep.
I used to have Royal Rumble parties where, like, my buddies who have never watched a minute of wrestling would come over and all of a sudden be so into it because they put $10 on their wrestler, and then all of a sudden their number hits and Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes down and they go, oh, I'm out already. You know,
Oh,
like,
man.
it's just
Yeah.
so
Then-
much fun. And I think the Royal Rumble brings the non-wrestling fans into wrestling.
yeah,
My mom does not watch wrestling. She watched the Royal Rumble and had a great time.
and the
last year.
cameos too. Like
yeah.
Cameos are great.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to dive into the Wrestlepalooza preview and our
Stupid name.
predictions.
Stupid name.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it.
All right.
Goofy
Well,
name.
we're going to kick it off here. And of course, the match that'll kick off this PLE, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Now, why it's really kicking off, folks, is because knowing Brock Lesnar, he just wants to go home to Canada. The quicker he can get out of Indianapolis, he
Well, we're
won't
not
do any
going to
chance.
see. We're not going to see Brock Lesnar at the press conference after
No,
this.
no, are you
What?
kidding me? Oh, he'll
we
be on a
can't
plane
interview
right to
Brock
Canada.
Lesnar about anything.
Yeah, can you imagine Brock Lesnar
we
doing
saw-
a press conference?
We saw how Brock Lesnar reacted to the commentary team yesterday. Did anybody else see that?
Oh, Corey
went
Graves.
down for a couple F5s. Ooh.
Hey,
Mm.
you know what? And this is, again, a look behind the scenes on all of this, but, like, I was pretty happy to see Corey Graves taking bumps.
I love
Yeah,
it.
he took a bump though.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, man, cool. I mean, because for those of you that don't know, Corey Graves is on the commentary team
Yep.
because he had a severe neck. Was it a neck
No,
injury? or-
concussion issues.
Yeah,
Concussion.
concussion issues, where they basically were like, hey, if you want to live a normal life, stop wrestling. And he went, okay. And now he's doing the commentary stuff. But to see him in the ring and take a bump and stuff, he was, and by all
Yeah.
accounts, people said, like, he was going to be the next big thing.
Sure.
yeah,
Like,
he was really good.
very
He
talented.
was really good. And of course, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. This is a match of a generation. Brings up a lot of nostalgia. This is the last time we're probably ever going to see this match, and I'm sure John Cena is going to win. I have no doubt that Lesnar will put Cena over.
You
We're
think
going to
so?
see. I do. I don't think Cena loses this match. I think,
I think he's got to lose one more before
he's
the
got to
end of
lose
it.
one more than have that be the final one. Have the final it be the loss. John knows how to go out in a way. He'll put over a monster heel because John is a consummate. He's a professional in the sport of wrestling. He'll want to put over a heel at the end because that's just the type of human being that John is.
Yeah.
John and the baby faces are just, they have to go out in a way where it's a triumph of glory and whatever, and he's just going to be out. And I think with Lesnar, I think you have more. He already had a segment with Heyman on SmackDown,
Yeah.
so you're already leading into Heyman and Lesnar. So I think Cena wins. He puts over Brock, and no, Brock puts over Cena,
Yeah.
and we'll move on.
I'll tell you this. I don't know if you saw Big E's comments. Did you see what Big E had to say about this
I have not
match?
seen about Big E's
So
comments.
Big E said that Cena versus Lesnar is going to be uncomfortable. And what he meant by that is saying when Lesnar beat Undertaker, that was uncomfortable.
Okay.
When Lesnar was laying the elbows, do you remember into Orton?
Yeah.
When he
ooh.
busted him open in that match that
Yeah.
everybody was kind of like, is this real? Like, this kind of feels
Yeah.
real. That was very uncomfortable. And Big E is predicting that this match will have that same
We may
feel.
see a little blood.
Which, if that is the case, I think it's definitely going to get bloody.
Oh,
because, I mean,
see a little blood.
Brock Lesnar is portrayed to, and by all accounts, is
He's a monster.
He's a monster. So let him do that. Let him get very, very physical with John Cena, because I'm also interested to see, because listen, John Cena and the matches that he's had with Cody Rhodes and all that, like those are two, like, I look at them as company guys going at it. Brock Lesnar is, to me, a wild card.
The rebel.
He is a wild card. He's the rebel. He's driving a tractor into the arena and lifting up the stage. He's doing all this stuff. Now, I love the fact, though, that this is a match, a singles match, where there is countouts, there is disqualifications, there is all this stuff. Do we see a ref bump? I think we do. I think they go back and they play to remember Brock Lesnar, John Cena, when Charles Robinson is on the outside and Lesnar picks him up by his belt like he's a grocery bag. I think we see that again, But I think, personally, Brock Lesnar wins this match.
Wow. All right.
I think Brock Lesnar wins this match, because I think you have to have Cena lose, and I don't think you have him lose his last match.
I disagree with that. Cena's a consummate professional. I feel like he'll feel like he needs to put somebody over in his last match.
So does that mean, in your eyes, Brock Lesnar is here for the long run, and this propels Brock Lesnar? Because I even think
it doesn't matter if he loses.
It's still going to be Brock.
Brock is not affected by wins or losses. He's real and he's credible. He's never affected by wins or losses. You got to understand. For me and a lot of other fans, Brock is like a monster, to where he may take a loss here or there, but he's still a monster.
Yeah, he's still Brock at the end of the day. He's only going to lose to a top tier talent. So it's
exactly.
But I can see what you're saying, though. I can see what you're saying.
I can see what you're saying, Tony.
Again, in my eyes, if Brock Lesnar is back in the WWE, in my eyes, Brock Lesnar needs to be unstoppable. And whether that's John Cena or Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker or whoever it may be, I think he just needs to run through him. And I think this match, and if this was the main event, then I would go, yep, I think you're right. I think Cena wins. But because this is kicking off the PLE, it does, in my mind, go, okay, I think Lesnar might get this one.
Maybe. But we're going to have to dive into the next match. The Usos, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso versus the Vision of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I think the Vision wins this match. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker win easily in this match. And I think we could be maybe seeing a different side of Jey Uso. And maybe there's something with that there. But I think the Vision wins this pretty easily. Dominant fashion, Road Warriors style. We're going to take out a prominent babyface tag team in WWE, really elevate this tag team up. So I think Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker will win this match and do it in a Road Warriors fashion style.
So we've learned that the Solo Sikoa and MFT, that is what?
Where is that been?
Is that gone?
I don't know.
Is it here? Like, where is it? My thought is this. I think Jay turns on Jimmy.
Okay.
I think they lose.
Yeah, I think
they lose straight up. And then after the match, I think we get the Jimmy on the ground. Jay climbs back into the ring after being isolated. He gets into the ring. Jimmy reaches for the hand up, and I think Jay gives him the brush off. Yep. And I think we see all of Solo Sikoa and all that they started. I think now that's when you start to bring Jay back into the picture, because they've laid the foundation. And now you don't have anywhere for Jay to go. And Jay's still massively huge with everybody. Yep. And I think now you put him into that picture, and then you have a little bit more of a, okay, I can get behind this my family tree type thing. Yeah. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think they'll do something more with the bloodline. And I think you'll have to do something, because you got a lot of them signed. You're going to have to do something with them. Jacob Fatu, Solo. So we got to do something with those guys, right? So, and of course, here we go. We're very excited about this match. The mixed tag team match, CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This is how I would do it. This is how I think it could go.
All right. I'm interested.
CM Punk needs to pin Seth Rollins here. CM Punk can't eat another pin again. The baby faces win. But AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, the loose ends are not tied between those two. And you do something with those two where there's no decision. There's no pinfall between the two of them. Becky Lynch is still strong as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And I think you do something with those two in a match down the line. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the next PLE. But the baby faces, CM Punk and AJ Lee, we're happy to see them back. You don't have them lose on their first match back. You don't have AJ Lee losing her first match back. So I think CM Punk pins Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch and AJ Lee remain unresolved.
Well, the good news is that we learned this week that AJ Lee did sign a multi-year full-time deal. That's the important part here.
That's what I'm excited for.
It's a full-time deal, meaning she is back in WWE. Oh, yeah. Question for you guys.
Sure.
Do we see any CM Punk, Becky Lynch, or AJ Lee, Seth Rollins interaction?
Possibly a couple of slaps. I mean, we've seen it on Raw and SmackDown, a couple slaps. Maybe they get, some verbal, jousting in the match, but I think it'll be CM Punk puts Rollins to sleep. He puts to sleep to the World Heavyweight Champion. Finally, he gets his pin over Rollins. He needs to get his pin over Rollins. And I think you leave the Becky Lynch and AJ Lee issue unresolved. I think there's more that can be done, particularly with the two women, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch.
I agree. I agree with you because I think, and you pretty much called it, but I think this obviously is the setup to Rollins versus Punk.
Yeah.
And AJ versus Becky.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We all kind of see that being put together in front of our eyes. Does a win for CM Punk here guarantee almost the loss for the
pretty much
belt?
Yeah, because you can't take the belt off of Rollins that quickly, and Punk doesn't need the belt at this point in time. So I think Punk needs to win here, but you're right, it'll go down the line. He probably won't win the World Heavyweight Championship belt anytime soon.
Do you think they let this go, this AJ and Becky story, or the CM Punk Seth Rollins story? Do you think it gets wrapped up at Survivor Series, or do you think we ride this all the way through Rumble?
No, I think no. I think you got two matches for Saudi Arabia already booked.
Yeah.
You got Lee and Lynch for Saudi Arabia, and you got Punk and Rollins for Saudi Arabia. Or they do the champion thing where they do Rollins versus Rhodes, and then Punk won't even be wrestling, maybe even on the card. But I think you do Lynch and Lee in Saudi Arabia, or get that match done as quickly as possible. And Punk and Rollins, the match they can do down the line. But I think the more match that people are going to want to look forward to is AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I think CM Punk and Seth Rollins won't have as much steam as Lynch and Lee does. But I think you do something with Punk and Rollins some point during this year, maybe have it on the John Cena retirement match card. Do something there to put a title match on there, because I don't think Cena's retirement match is for the title. Maybe it is. Maybe
there's
I'm wrong.
no way.
There's
no way.
You never know.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
I'm still pushing.
So
I'm still pushing that Intercontinental title. He's getting it before he retires.
Okay,
it could happen.
So
I'm telling you,
if we're looking at things, okay, and take out everybody that John has already wrestled in this going away tour, who is left that John Cena has not wrestled this past year that they could put on the card with him at the Saturday night's main event for his last match?
You could do it. You could put. Here's a series of wrestlers you could put: Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, or Gunther. Pick one of the three.
So you say he's gonna go out putting somebody newer over.
You have to, yeah.
You don't think it's gonna be a nostalgia match?
No,
you think it's
we've already
going
had
to
all
be
the nostalgia matches.
Yeah.
You've had Punk.
What?
You've had Orton. You have Lesnar. We don't want another nostalgia match.
Do you want to know who I think he may fight on his last match?
If you say The Miz, I'm gonna hop over this table and I will hurt you.
No.
It's not gonna be The Miz, but it's somebody who's like a heel that's very annoying, and he's been annoying since he came into WWE.
Sure.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, for the Intercontinental title.
I think that would be awesome.
I
think that would be a great
match. If he beats Dom for the Intercontinental title, and then Dom gets it back from Cena, and he just has a feud with the Judgment Day, would be interesting.
Yes, I think that would be pretty cool. Now, we mentioned Rumble, okay, and we mentioned it being in Saudi and all that. Here's my question: do you, as of today, have any idea or any predictions as who's going to be the big surprise at Rumble when their number buzzes? Who's going to be the surprise? Do you have anybody? I have one.
Surprise at Rumble. Wouldn't it? I'm trying to think.
Mine's going to be on the women's side.
Wouldn't it be Jericho? Wouldn't that be interesting to have Jericho do it?
That's it. I think that would be great. Okay. And that's on the men's side. On the ladies' side of things, and everything I'm seeing, and I know I brought it up last week, but now I'm seeing more and more talkings about it.
Paige.
It's going to be Paige.
Yeah.
Paige is going to come back. She's like completely changed her life around. She celebrated 8 years sober this past weekend.
Wonderful.
I mean, she is in incredible shape, and I think she has learned from WWE. Yep. And I think she also learned, whether that be good or bad, from AEW, and now she's at her absolute best. And I think it would be fantastic to see her.
A vacant women's championship match. It is going to be Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer needs to win this match.
I love
Stephanie. I love Stephanie Vaquer. Yeah. She needs to win this match. She's been excellent since she's gotten the WWE. She needs to win this match. She needs to beat Io Sky. She needs this win. And this is the time to put the belt on Vaquer. This is the time. I feel it.
I agree with you. Yeah. And I think that I love Io Sky. I think she's incredibly talented in the ring. She is an ultimate underdog, I think, in most of those matches. However, I think it is more useful to have her go full on with this feud with Asuka and
I agree.
with Kairi Sane. I think that's I think it's way better. Yes. I think if you put the belt on her, it's like we just did a circle. Mm-hmm. It's like, here we go again.
Yeah.
But if you put it on Stephanie, I think, again, you give her an opportunity to show what she can do. The only thing that I am asking is, can we please get rid of that move? The Booker T move where he
the
loses.
devil's kiss?
Please, God. I mean, come on. I get it. I understand it. It's funny. But if you are going to make somebody a legit monster and a champion,
you don't like the constant face planting.
I don't like I love when wrestling uses shtick stuff. I love it. I love it in moderation. When you're trying to say that this is going to be the women's champion, that move to me, I go,
you think it makes Vicaire more comedic, is what you're saying.
Yes, it does. Does it not?
I think it does to a little bit, but I think her presentation, I think with the horns and everything, and she's just maybe just tell Booker T to calm down a little bit. Yeah. We're not going to be calming down about the main event because we have the undisputed WWE Championship in this main event. Cody Rhodes is defending against Drew McIntyre, and I think everyone's reaction is, oh no,
oh my gosh, don't you two speak for me, because
Tony, are you excited about this match? I think it'll be a great match in the ring, and
that's why I'm excited about it.
Cody,
that's boring. I think
boring promo I saw on SmackDown.
Listen, I think that this match was thrown together because ESPN went to Triple H and said, why the hell are we doing this show and the championship is not on
I agree.
And I think they put it together. And a lot of people went, this match is thrown together and I have no interest. Fine, I get that. I look past that and I go, I know what Cody can do. I know what Drew McIntyre can do. Why won't this be a great match?
I think it'll be a great match. I think it may be the best match on the show, best singles match on the whole show. The problem is it just feels like it's this kind of, it's this thrown together thing, but I like the match. I don't know what it does for Drew. I just think Cody is just another pay-per-view win for Cody.
You know what it does? You know what it does for Drew? It gives him something to do because now he keeps getting put into things for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then doesn't this feel like 3 weeks? Wasn't he putting into this for 3 weeks?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Okay, it's just the same thing.
This is how they have been booking Drew McIntyre, unfortunately.
Very unfortunate.
But again, it leads me to there's so much going on in wrestling with so many storylines. Like, okay, for example, let's take out John Cena retiring.
Sure.
And let's just think that John Cena is his normal John Cena self who makes 2 appearances a year.
Sure.
The stories are so different, guys. So different.
Yep.
Because there are so many different ways that we can go.
Yep.
But because there's so many storylines going on, people like Drew McIntyre get lost in the mix.
Sure.
And
but he's in the mix here.
He's in the mix here. Do you think it's gonna keep going though? Do you think this Drew and Cody feud is gonna keep going, or is it just
Drew?
And he just squashed again?
Gunther's returning soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get this out of the way.
Yeah, it's
maybe Gunther
and
right, exactly. Just get this out of the way, and you got Gunther returning. You got the Vision that Cody could be feuding with. You've got other guys like Jacob Fatu and Solo that Cody could be feuding with again. Just moving on to the next thing. Question in the chat is, who are the next NXT wrestlers going to the main roster? I would say Ethan Page or Ricky Saints.
I love
would
Ethan
be the
Page.
answer to that
I like
question.
Ethan Page a lot.
Ethan Page has been to a bunch of Glory Pro events.
Yes,
which,
I've
by
seen
the way,
him there.
There's a Glory Pro event this weekend,
this
correct?
Weekend, yes. It'll be tomorrow, September 21st at Second Shift Brewing.
Yeah, so Ethan Page, I've actually got to work with him in the ring, and he is, again, like just one of the really, really great guys in wrestling. But I think you're right. I think Oba's coming up.
I think Oba Femi. Yeah.
I think Oba Femi will be there soon.
Javon Evans. We could see Javon Evans in a couple of years. Not the next one, but in a couple of years.
I just don't want him to turn into Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, I know.
And they do it to all the smaller NXT guys. They always have to take their bumps and take their lumps. But it's like, I personally am starting to think NXT is just a third brand.
I agree. It's developmental. It's like what OVW was in the 2000s.
But I do like the NXT TNA stuff. I
like that.
I love it.
Because again, it's one of those things where to me it has that NWO rebel feel, and I'm like, cool, I can get down with this. I really like that storytelling. So, all right, Brody, now tell me, we've got literally 18 matches of wrestling to watch today. Okay, 18 matches between AEW and WWE. What match are you looking forward to the most?
The match I am looking forward to the most probably is either Cena Lesnar for nostalgia reasons, Drew and Cody, or FTR and Edge and Christian, or the AEW World Championship match between Fletcher and Page, because you got to look forward to the main event, right?
Absolutely. Ryan, what about you?
I'm going with Cena, and then CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that one. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Those
But
are my
CM
two.
Punk and AJ Lee. You got to look forward to that one too.
I think for me, I'm really looking forward to Cena Lesnar. I think that is the only thing that's on my mind. I can't really give my brain any other, space for any other match. I think for me, it's Lesnar Cena, and I really hope it delivers. I hope it's not dropping the ball. I hope they really deliver on that match.
I also like the bronze one.
Yeah,
the
the bronze
Vision
match.
and the
That's
bronze.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That'll be fun too.
Doesn't WWE the card just feels like it's stars?
Yeah,
it's
stars.
The card. It's
Yes.
stars I care about.
There's
Stars.
Even though I say that Drew McIntyre match is it's no boring match.
No.
And who's the least over star on the entire card? Maybe Jimmy Uso's the worst.
Or Stephanie Vacour, maybe. I mean, but she's
more over than Jimmy Uso, I think, right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
So lots of wrestling to watch today. There is wrestling that is coming to town.
Yes,
soon.
AEW Wrestle Dream, October 18th at the Chaifetz Arena. It's where the St. Louis University basketball teams are playing.
Yep.
At the Chaifetz Arena. So that's going to be big.
And guess what? We got word that we've got a pair of tickets to Wrestle Dream to give away.
Yes, we do.
So here's what I want to tell you. We're going to promote this right now. If you think that you can beat the brain, we want you to go to social media. We're going to put a post up at the very, very top.
Yep.
All you have to do is reply and say that you believe that you could beat the brain. We're going to give one person the opportunity to come down here to the studio during one of the live shows, and they will compete against the brain himself. And if they beat the brain, we are going to hook them up with tickets to Wrestle Dream.
It'll be 2 weeks' time. October 4th, guys. October 4th will be the day. So you got 2 weeks to reply that you can beat the brain on October 4th. You can come here in studio and see if you can.
Beat the brain, baby. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in to Wrestling on the Spectrum. We will be back next weekend. We do have a new time next weekend because of Illinois football. We will keep you posted. You can find all the information on our socials. And, of course, you can find it online at luinfo.com.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content.